What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video. I hope you guys are excited, but we got some new wheels for the NC. I know, the car's up on jack stands, it doesn't even run, and we're already getting new wheels for it, but these things came up on Facebook Marketplace. I couldn't pass them up. Such a great deal in the exact tire spec and everything that I want to run. 200 tread wear and a 255. We're gonna get into these wheels. They're pretty common on NCs, but I'm a big RPF1 guy, as you guys probably know. I had them this exact same color and same wheel on the 350Z that we had on the channel about a couple years ago. But my favorite wheel, and I'm so stoked I can run RPF1s on this car for like a good spec, because on the NA and NB, they really don't make like a good spec of RPF1 for them. So really pumped that I was able to pick this set up. But before we get into today's video, definitely go give us a follow on Instagram right here. It'll be down in the description below as well. We're gonna be doing a giveaway at 1,000 followers. So definitely go follow us on Instagram if you haven't already. But let's go ahead and check these RPF1s out. So we went with a 17x9 plus 45 with a 255/40 17 tire. These things are pretty meaty. As you guys can see, I already have them on the front of the car right here, and it just makes the car look so aggressive. Front and also all the way in the back right there. Not sure if you guys will be able to see that in the back, but you can see that poke. We'll definitely have to roll these fenders, but I love how wide the NCs are, and you can fit a 255 on there with a 17x9. This thing is some meat. We're running the 245s on the NB right here, but these things, so sick, perfect spec, and I couldn't be happier. I'm a big RPF1 guy, as you guys know. Super excited that I was able to pick these things up, because these things are gonna look so good on the NC. It's honestly pretty hard to catch them on camera as they are black wheels, but these things look so good, especially with the front bumper. You guys can see how aggressive that looks. But dude, look at that, man. Like, woo! Gonna need some camber all around too. Can't wait to have a good track alignment, but dude, these things completely changed the car. But it's pretty funny because like, after I put the RPF1s on the car, even though it's on jack stands, it makes me really want to get this thing done. It sounds weird, like I had the, you know, the track lights on the car and stuff when I bought it, and like, it's just, when you don't have the car to what you have in your head and all that, like the spec that you want it, it's weird. But like, now that we're getting some parts on the car and stuff, even though it doesn't even run, I can't even wait to even pull the motor and put the 2.5 in even more. Just to give you guys a reference here, again, they're 17x9 plus 45, very, very common, the most common spec for these wheels on this car for NC guys and stuff. And the 255 is honestly like one of the best, widest tires that a lot of people run on these things, other than, you know, going to a bigger, probably going fender flares and stuff. But 17x9, they look sick. I actually still have the track light in the rear right here. It just looks, you can see that these don't really poke that much. And they just look like a grandpa spec. So compared to the fronts right there, you can see those bad boys poke a lot. But I can't wait to get her on the ground. But these things are gonna look so good once the car is lowered back down. So I also wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about what power goals and what we're gonna be doing with this car also too. So I've been talking with Brian at Fab9. He's gonna be the one who's gonna be tuning this car, as it is their Fab9 GT kit on the car. And then also it's gonna be 2.5 swap with stage 1 cams, and other than that, just stock motor and stuff. We'll have 800cc injectors with a 340 fuel pump. And the car has a full catless exhaust and everything on it as well. And it'll just be Brian's tune on it. So our power goals with the 2860R setup that is on it right now, which is the smaller turbo that Fab9 does offer with their kit, we're gonna be running about 320 wheel. That's what Brian was talking about, probably around there conservatively, probably 300, maybe 295 torque. That's what he was mentioning, that this car should make conservatively about like 15 pounds of boost. And then if I really wanted to, this car will be set up for, if I wanted to change to like a 2871R turbo that's on like the NA back here, the car would make about 350, 360 wheel. So we're gonna stick with the 2860R for right now, because honestly 320 wheel, 315, anything above 300 is gonna be nuts in this car for what we're gonna be doing with it. So getting into that now, we are going to be tracking this car. This car is basically going to be the NB now. We're going to be doing full aero on this car, and this is going to be the dedicated track car. It will be mountain driving, hill climbs, all that kind of stuff. So we're going to be setting this thing up for grip driving. I can't wait because the NB was a great seat time car and it made me learn so much, but this car is going to be an absolute, honestly, crazy nightmare thing to drive because I want to set this thing up to be an absolute crazy car in the mountains, track driving, and it should keep up with a lot of stuff, making the power that it will. So I cannot wait. So those of you who are not familiar with NCs, you guys might be wondering how are you gonna run 320 conservatively and also reliably. So the 2.5 swap, it does have forged internals from factory. It's just from actually a sedan, a Ford Fusion. That's the most common motor that you use, a 2015, 2017 motor from a Ford Fusion. And like I said, they're forged from factory. So that allows you, they're really reliable up to 400 horsepower, and people take it north of that as well. So that's the cool thing about these cars. And then also the 6 speeds and the rear ends, compared to the NA and NB, they are a lot more, you know, bulletproof, you could say, take a lot more abuse, a lot more power and stuff. So all around the NCs, they're definitely neglected online. A lot of people don't like them, but they take so much more power. So these cars are able to take up to, you know, I think with the transmission and also the rear ends, they take about 400 horsepower, and you know, even north of that, like I said, some guys take it, but reliably you can take them up to 350, 360 and just beat the crap out of them on track. A lot of guys do it, and that's honestly, for this chassis for a Miata, it's definitely enough, and it's pretty wild setup compared to, like, you know, the weight ratio to power. So I can't wait. This thing's gonna be an absolute monster. I know that I did say the next video that you guys saw with the NC would be pulling the motor and stuff and actually like investigating the motor and all that and showing you guys the real damage, but we've been super busy behind the scenes and stuff, and also I've just been gathering and all that with the parts for the NC, and I wanted to show you guys a little bit of what we've gathered so far. It's probably about 75-80% of it, but we are super close. The last thing that I have to get is probably the motor, and then other than that, we'll be ready to go once we pull this thing. But I was wanting to actually like gather all the parts and then have them here ready to go. I didn't want to be waiting on parts or anything like that. We've been stacking parts and everything because as soon as I pull this motor out, the 2.0 that's blown, I want to have a 2.5 ready to go and just be able to dive straight into it. And then really just knock everything out, not be waiting on parts and stuff. So like I said, we have about 80% of stuff here, still waiting on a few more things, but big shout out to Goodwin Racing, also Fab9 for sending out the stuff really quickly. I know that, you know, a lot of parts are hard to get right now, but we've been getting parts really quick. Also, we did get an oil pan, we sourced one, so shout out to I'm not sure if you're ever gonna see this, but big shout out to you. He's on the 2.5 swap page on Facebook and stuff, and I definitely want to make a separate video for that, of, you know, how to do 2.5 swap and, you know, where to find all the information. But I want to show you guys some of these parts that we actually picked up so far, so let's get into it. There's definitely a lot here, and like I said, it's only about 80% of the stuff that we're getting, and honestly, over time, we'll definitely have a lot more parts coming. But for the build right now, for the 2.5 swap, we got from Goodwin Racing, I did order, you have to have a bigger fuel pump. We did also get some 800cc injectors, so each work all together, fuel pump and injectors, that will allow us to run more power with the 2.5 swap and stuff. Coming over here, we did get one of the, you know, coolant expansion tanks here as the OEM ones. We got it in powder coated black. We still have the power steering reservoir coming from the same, you know, Morimoso here. We have the power steering one powder coated black too, so that'll be a nice touch in the engine bay. We also did pick up a CSF radiator here, just for, you know, better performance, and the OEM one was garbage in the car. Better cooling all around right there. Diving in this box, this is actually from Fab9 here. So this is gonna be, we ordered some of the 2.5 swap components that you need. Ordered a turbo blanket here. We have, this is the components, like all the stuff that you'll need for the 2.5 motor. And then under here, I definitely don't want to open them up too much, but these are going to be our cams. So we did get stage 1 Fab9 cams, and stage 1 cams is like the max that you really want to run on a turbo setup and stuff. So we got those. Moving on over here, I'm not gonna open this up, but this is gonna be our PCI planted bracket for the driver's side. And then we also did get a Blackbird Fabrics fire extinguisher kind of mount and everything, and that goes by the driver's seat. So we opened that. That's pretty cool. We definitely need that, as you guys saw. It like caught on fire when we exploded it. So definitely a good piece. We picked up a front lip for the car, and then we also do have a rear diffuser coming as well. So, and some side skirts, but pumped about that. And then this is our oil pan. Definitely big shout out to the guy, like I said before. He shipped this out super quick. And this is a 2.0 oil pan, as ours has a massive chunk out of it in the car. So, but that is a quick parts list that we do have that's coming in. Like I said, it's only about 80% of it, and there's gonna be a lot more coming for the car and stuff. But this was definitely a short video, but next video that you guys do see with the NC, we'll be pulling the motor and investigating all the damage that happened to it. And then after that, hopefully we'll be diving in to either, you know, doing some aftermarket parts on it, or we'll be diving into the 2.5 swap. So I can't wait to have this thing done. This thing's gonna be an absolute ripper, and I'm honestly so stoked. But guys, that is gonna be it for today's video. Definitely comment down below if you guys are excited for this thing, because I'm honestly ecstatic for it. I've always wanted to do a 2.5 swap NC and build one out. But definitely comment down below if you guys have any questions. Definitely, like I said at the beginning of the video, definitely go give us a follow on Instagram. We will be doing a giveaway at 1,000 followers. But I'm rambling on. As always, GPG, remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Peace out, guys. We'll see you in the next one.